And he's calling out, Boop! Where are you, Boop?
Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunday Nights. I'm your host, Dean McGarren, joined once again by our cast of talented and affordable role players. With Sergio's Holy Blade, the spectral dragon had been defeated. Having finally sent the dragon shade to the afterlife, our heroes took a moment to breathe, believing the tomb of Torlangio had run out of tricks and their goal was finally in sight. Lifting up the stone slab, they discovered a treasure trove of silver, gold, jewels, but their hearts sank when they found that there was no axe. Ever the optimist, Beat Mark IV noticed that during the fight with the dragon, one of the walls had been crumbled. Poe, frustrated with the whole ordeal, smashes the wall and discovers the true tomb of Torlangio, a naturally forming cave where the fallen hero can rest in peace. Clutched in his hands was the fabled axe Sunder. Muriel the ghost, not trusting the innocence of this burial chamber, volunteered to enter the tomb alone. To her surprise, there were no traps, no sudden surprises. Their struggle was finally over. With Sunder in hand, the heroes made their way back out to the tomb. Upon leaving, all the magic in the place started to die away. Once they exited the area, Sorinar discovered tracks hinting that they were not alone. Sergio, the ever-confident, wanted to be done with the place and sent a flare alerting not only the ship, the Etherscape, but Shakator's warband. If not for the quick thinking of Beat Mark IV, our heroes would have been captured by a horde of goblinoids. Climbing the sheer cliff, our heroes got to safety, onto the Etherscape and sailed away. Vilmar, their main point of contact, thanked them for the retrieving Sunder and retired to his cabin for the long trip home. Our heroes enjoyed a well-deserved break from adventure, blowing off some steam and enjoying some games. All was going well until the warship started to drop from the sky. So, we rejoin our heroes in the Etherscape as it plummets towards the Earth. So, what do you do? We are actually going to start with Muriel.
So Muriel was a pirate for the longest period. So when the ship starts plummeting from the sky, her first thought is, I gotta get these life jackets and get out of here. Or the Eberron equivalent of a life jacket. So basically a parachute. I'm assuming I would have an idea of where that would be because I've had so much time on ships. So, would I need to make a roll for that, or
you would need to roll for investigation. You believe, as the best you know, most of that stuff would be found in the cargo bay. Unfortunately, the cargo bay was cleared out for you guys to use, so you would have to search throughout the ship.
All right,
so go ahead
investigation.
And roll.
Here we go. That is a magnificent 21.
As you're looking through the ship, you don't see any in the cargo bay, so you go up to the storage closets. You find 2 packs there. They are some type of glider device. You have 2 of them.
Okay. I'm going to secure one to my back. And then I'm going to go find Poe.
You're going to go find Poe. Okay. So, as you're looking around the cargo bay, the closest person would be Sergio. So, Sergio, what are you doing? The Etherscape had stuttered and had started to fall out of the sky.
I'm gonna start running around looking for a parachute of some sort.
Okay. just run around in a panic.
Yes, like heavy breathing, like, this is my nightmare. This is my own personal hell. This is not happening.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation as you frantically look around.
That is a nat 2019. Because I have a negative 1 to investigation.
Gotcha. So at 19, you're searching around frantically. You see Muriel exit the storage room holding a pack. She has 1 pack across her back, and she's holding a pack, and she's looking around and starting to head up the stairs.
Hey, give that back. Come back here.
I would like to roll for stealth.
Well, he has spot you, so.
I would like to hide.
Okay, so go ahead, roll for stealth.
All right, and I get advantage because of my boots. That's gonna be a 19.
So I rolled an 18 for perception.
So
poof.
As I'm running towards her to try and get one of the extras, she just vanishes into the dark. I'm like, no!
Alright, so Sergio sees you, starts to come over to you. You jump out of the way and hide in the shadows, making your way slinkily upstairs. Sorinar, what are you up to?
Alright, is there any power... so I'm currently in the engine room.
Yes, you are currently in the engine room.
see that one of the thrusters is right here to the side of me. Is there any power going to it?
Make me a knowledge arcana check.
That's going to be at 28.
So for the 28, no, there doesn't seem to be any power running to it. It looks like everything, like the array and everything is intact. The crystal that was encasing the elemental has been shattered and the elemental has left. There's no person pulling power from.
Okay. Can I see if I can remove it from the ship and attach it to Beep and use Beep as a battery kind of, and also give him jetpack ability?
In the next 5 minutes, probably not.
All right.
You would have to like rip out a very heavy object. You don't have the time for that.
Is it possible to just like take a wire conduit and just like shove it into Beep's core and like see if if it charges him, i.e. bad action movie?
I think we should ask Beep if he's going to allow you to attempt that.
I think Beep should integrate himself into the whole system. That way he can become a ship's personality. That would be amazing.
Beep, how do you feel about all this?
I don't want to be the personality of a ship that's about to crash into the ground.
Well,
You got a good point there.
you power the ship, then it won't crash into the ground.
I don't think I can power this whole ship. I can barely power myself.
We just need a few working minutes to land this baby.
Not with
It's
that
okay,
attitude,
guys.
you can't.
Cast
that's
your
the plan.
spells. I'll go see if the captain's alive.
If that's not a viable option, then I am going to try and create some sort of like glider apparatus out of parts of the ship, and then I'm going to grab Poe and try and glide down with him.
Go ahead and make me an intelligence check, Sornar.
That's going to be a 15.
So you're looking around to try to find some parts to use for a glider. A lot of the stuff in here is made from metal and wood. You're pretty sure that if you can get outside of the ship, like get onto the outside, you can probably grab one of the sails and make some sort of glider or some type of parachute apparatus. Your best course of action, if you want to do it that way, would be to figure out how to get out of the ship itself.
I would assume that would be taking the stairs right here.
Those stairs lead down. You would have to find the hatch.
All right.
I want to quickly
I
ask
will-
if no one wants to try saving the ship in like a landing, like an emergency landing.
Poe's heading towards the captain's
Yeah.
bay. So
Right, so
we
there's-
What if I see you guys like running away from the engines because I need them like kinda on? I was thinking just like a couple of sputters to smooth out our landing.
No, the thing's completely dead.
There's
Well,
no
it-
like
it's
open
not a-
wiring to the engine.
everything is still functional. It's just there's no power to it. So nothing's running magic through the system.
Yeah,
So, Poe, you head up to the captain's quarters. to
essentially
see
an
if-
empty battery.
Sorry,
right
one second,
now.
DM. You needed me to find a way out of the ship. Is that an investigation?
Yes, that's an investigation.
17.
Okay, you do see the hatch. You can pull on it. You're a Goliath, so you're easily able to reach up to it.
Okay. And I do that and get out and I make myself a glider.
Okay, well, there's a little bit more to it than that, so we'll get there. It's like, I do that, and I'm done. Okay, cool. As you open the hatch, the force of the wind actually blows the hatch off. It breaks it apart, and it goes soaring off. You put your heads out. If you ever like stuck your head out of a car as it's going like 70 miles an hour, like you just feel that wind just hitting you in the face. You're like, you can barely see. Your eyes become watery just from the wind pressure, and like it's just cold. It's biting. It's hurting you. You do see the sails, so to fashion it, you would have to make a strength check to get the sails down. So we'll continue with that as soon as I deal with Poe and Beep, okay?
Okie dokie.
All right, so Poe, you head up towards the captain's bay to see if you can get the plane flying.
I just realized I might kill Sorinar by doing
You-
this, but
You might kill Sornar, but, you know,
I might knock him off as I turn the sail.
that's what
I,
insurance is for.
Exactly. All right. Well, I'm gonna look to Beep and look him dead in his hollow, soulless eyes, and I go, Beep, do you think you can give me a bit of power?
I have a plan,
What is it?
but I can't really give you any power. But I can cast a spell.
Whatever gives me a little bit of gas in the tank. You know what I'm saying?
Did you say you have gas problems?
It's not a problem, right? Well, it's a problem always, but it's not a concern right now. I trust you can do this. And I Poe
Just
heads
meet me on the weather deck.
the weather deck. Oh god.
All right, so Poe, you head up to the captain's quarters. As you do
wherever they like pilot the ship.
that, yep. Yep, to the captain's bay. As you head up, you open the doors. Mira, at that point, you actually walk up the stairs. You see Poe opening the door. The captain is sitting dead in his chair.
Oh, shoot!
Both the head and the top of the chair are actually laying at your feet. They have been completely and cleanly severed off. Blood splatters across the consoles.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh my god! Did you do this?
Honey, no. But got some good news for you.
What is it?
I show him the backpack. I got a ticket out of here.
But what about the robot?
The robot will be fine.
But Sonar and Sergio, what about them?
They're magical people. They'll figure something out. I'm
gonna peek out the door to get one last look at Beep.
Okay.
Beep, what are you doing?
So Beep is making his way up to the weather deck. He's fighting against the wind. Fortunately, as a Warforged, he doesn't have the problem with like tears clouding his vision from the wind whipping around and everything. And he's gonna go ahead and cast, well, how high up are we right now?
Probably up about a few thousand feet in the air.
Okay. And we're descending quickly?
Yes, you are in free fall. There's no captain, there's no engines. In about 3 minutes, you will die.
Okay, in about 3 minutes. So, I'm gonna yell through the wind, like, I can cast Featherfall. You will fall slowly, but we have to time it just right.
So Sornar's up there with you. So Sornar, as you're trying to get the sails down, Beep pops up and starts shouting. You can barely hear him over the wind.
Can I do a perception check at disadvantage?
Yep, go ahead.
14.
14, you do hear him. It's very hard to make out what he's saying. You do hear the word spell and fall.
What? I yell back.
I'll just keep shouting into the wind, saying the same stuff I've been saying. Why can't you guys understand? Stupid organic ears.
He says something I can't hear. I'm continuing what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay. So you continue what you're doing. Go ahead and make me an athletics check, just to make sure that you can actually stay on the deck.
9.
Sornar's gone. Ruh-roh. So Sornar, as you're climbing up to try to get the sails down, and Beep pops up, you hear him say something, you turn around. As you're doing that, one of the jibs whacks you. You start to fall. You catch yourself, and you're kind of just, at this point, just holding on to the side of the ship for dear life at this point.
Alrighty. So that is what I am doing.
That is what you're doing right now, yes. I just need to figure out what Sergio is doing right now. What is Sergio doing?
Sergio is rushing into the other room where everybody else is. Saying, where is it? Where's the hand glider?
Okay, so here's my question. Sergio. Did you see where everybody ran off to, or are you just checking random rooms?
Checking random rooms.
Are you staying on the bottom deck, or are you going to the top deck?
Top deck.
Okay, so you run up the stairs. You see Poe and Muriel at the captain's bay, and the floor itself is covered in blood. You see Muriel trying to hand off one of the gliders towards Poe. The latch upstairs is dislodged, and you see Beep's feet just kind of kicking and dangling from it. It is the picturesque of chaos right now.
So Beep's kind of hanging on for dear life right now, is that what you're saying?
His feet is just kind of dangling. He's just kind of kicking, and his top torso is out of the ship. You do not see Sornar. You have no idea where Sornar's at.
I'm gonna run and try and help Beep get back into the ship.
Okay. Beep, you feel someone tugging at your legs?
Okay, I wasn't expecting this. Did I see Sornar get blown off by the wind? Or by the jib?
You did see that. Yeah, you did see that.
Can I see him right now?
You see his hands.
Tackle him.
I don't, well, as I'm kind of getting pulled back below decks, I want to send out a little set of wings, and I'm gonna Featherfall on Sornar.
Okay. So you cast Featherfall on Sornar. Sornar, you get this feeling that you are almost lighter than air at this point. You start to float up. So as the ship is falling, you actually start to rise above the ship.
And then I will allow myself to be pulled back below decks.
So Sornar is falling slower than the ship is, so the ship is actually dipping and he's actually floating. So you're not falling to your death right now, but you're also not on solid land. You're just kind of like in the middle. What are you doing, Sornar?
Slowly falling to the ground.
The spell is going to end before you reach the bottom.
Okay.
Because it's going to take 3 minutes for you to get to the bottom, and the spell ends in a minute.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
So you might want to get back onto the ship.
Well, the issue that is that I was holding on to the ship, correct?
You are holding on to the ship, but the ship is actually falling faster than you are falling right now.
Okay, so it would have been ripped out of my hands.
It's not ripped out of your hands. You're just floating. So you're holding on to the rails, and you're just kind of like perpendicular to the ship right now.
Okay.
So if you were to let go, the ship would actually fall past you. You would be suspended in midair for a few minutes, and then you would start to plummet again.
So can I pull myself back into the ship?
Yes, you can.
Okay, what do you want me to roll for that?
You don't need to make a roll because your body's not being supported by its own weight. You can easily, with your strength, you can drag yourself back into the ship.
All right, I do that and regroup with the party.
Okay, so Sergio, you pull Beep back out, and a few minutes later, Sorinar climbs back into the ship. He's kind of floating there for about a minute or so, and then he'll touch back down to the ground.
I'll look at Beep. Oh, Beep, you have Featherfall, correct?
I do, and I like pull out this little winged contraption that an artificer might make.
Fantastic! We're all gonna be fine! Hooray! Let's head to the. I lead everyone to the back door. Whoever follows me, really, Beep needs to be the one that follows me. But that like the door we jumped out of initially.
Back to the cargo door.
Yeah.
Correct.
Poe and Mirio, can you guys make me perception checks?
Sure can.
The killer is still on the ship.
19.
Okay, 19.
That is a 22.
Okay. As everybody heads back down to the cargo bay, Poe, Mirio, you see out the window the bottom of the ship actually parts ways, and a metallic cylinder shoots off at the distance, propelled by magical forces. Almost
Well,
like
that was
like
weird.
Mirio, in your years of piracy, that's an escape pod that's left the ship.
I should have thought of that.
You should have
well.
thought of that. As you guys are looking, it's heading northwest. Looks to be almost like an abandoned castle or a keep or something of that nature.
Have we gotten paid yet?
No.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a note of that. Definitely.
Yeah. Muriel looks at Poe and says, "You heard them yelling. They said that they're gonna be fine. Like, we heard them yell, we're gonna be fine, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard me.
You heard the tin can. They're gonna be fine.
How much of a? Oh wait, no. If we. All right, but let's all go out together and do like an old the one movie, Power Rangers. How they had the skydiving scene in the beginning. Let's all jump out and just like let's jump out now, and then at the right time we'll cast Featherfall and use our wings.
I think Beep should play the music from that scene as well.
There you go.
You guys head towards the cargo bay. The doors opens very crickety, just under the strain of the downwards fall. The ship seems to be starting to break apart as it's heading down. So you are traveling over there. The ground is steadily coming up to greet you. Are you guys jumping out now, or
Yeah,
are you
we're
waiting?
jumping out now.
Before we jump, I look at the backpacks and make sure that Pose is set to
mine
go,
is.
ready to go, and then after that, I grab him and say, "All right, honey, let's get out of here." And Muriel grabs his hand and jumps out.
In loving embrace, we jump out.
So Sorinar,
You owe me a
Sergio.
lot in alimony.
Sorinar, Sergio, what do you two do?
I jump out.
Jump out.
I pull Sergio with me because I know of his not his hesitation.
You're going to have to push me. I can't do it myself.
I have an image of my head of like Serge or Sorinar like holding up the gate, like opening it with his strength while we like jump out. 'Cause
Beep.
it's being pushed up anyway.
Yeah, no, that's
So-
actually very very true. I would definitely do that. I'm gonna hold the door open. I'm gonna pull Sergio, shove him out as soon as you guys go out. Then I'm gonna jump out as well.
What are you
Beep is going to take a moment of contemplation. I barely know these people. Yeah, I guess I should save them. So I'll kind of just dive off the end and mid-jump. I'll go ahead and cast Featherfall on the people when I catch up to them.
Well, once we have a certain amount of like falling left to do. is
Right, when we get about 500 feet above the surface, I'll cast it.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, are you all linking hands? How are you all falling?
Oh, we're doing choreography as best as we can.
With style.
Okay. Anybody?
What do I
Okay.
roll
Roll
for
acrobatics.
All right, I'm rolling my acrobatics.
Okay.
14.
Sergio got a
He rolled a
17.
5.
Poe got a nat 20. 25 total. Oh, this is
Are
Muriel
you
and
doing
Poe
anything?
are doing like
waltz. Like we're doing like
Yeah.
dancing in the air.
I crit.
All right.
Oh,
So
poor Sorinar.
what would Sornar get?
Oh no.
I crit failed.
Okay. All right. So we got 17, 25. Muriel, what'd you get?
I got a 14. Oh,
14?
no. Yeah, I got a 14.
Okay, 14. And Beat, what'd you get?
I got a 5.
Okay. So Sorinar and Beat were just sinking like a rock, just all the way down. So Sergio, as much as he complains about the heights, he seems to be doing all right, doing little flips, a little bit of gliding back and forth. He seems to be doing quite all right at this point in time.
That's because I'm screaming and crying at the same time. It looks like I'm doing okay from afar, but up close, I am dying inside.
Going out like a Viking. Muriel, you are, you're swanning it, just swan diving towards the ground. Poe, go ahead and just explain to me the acrobatic feats that you're accomplishing.
I thought I already said it. Since me and Muriel jumped at the same time, we're doing like the waltz, like the dance that like your grandmas used to do and grandpas at like weddings.
Yeah.
And we're doing that like through the air.
Okay.
And
memories.
it's fantastic. And I go, you were always my butterfly.
Shut up. You always a moth.
Yeah.
Always attracted to things brighter than you were.
What? And it's so loud. The wind is still really loud.
So Beat, really quick, just an intelligence check this, so you can gauge where you should be casting the spell.
That's a 21.
Okay, as you're plummeting, you kind of figured it out, so go ahead and give me some details about what you do.
Beep, being the last to jump, he kind of dives down into this semicircle of people falling through the air, and when he kind of catches up to him, out of his shoulder comes just like these they look like little pairs of wings, actually. And they go to each member and they kind of attach to them and just start flapping wildly.
Okay, go on.
So the wings are flapping and our rate of descent slows down. And as we're about to hit the ground, our toes just kind of touch and we gracefully land onto the ground. And then Beep will look around and take a look at his surroundings.
So as you all gracefully land onto the ground, you guys are standing.
Muriel bow for our performance. You're welcome, everyone.
You guys are standing on a meadowed hill. You see very lush green grass at your feet. Going off to the distance, down the ways a little bit, you see a quaint little town, and you guys are all taking that in very nicely. And then all of a sudden, you see the plane just crash right into one of their grain mills.
Oh!
It's not like in the movies, like where there's an explosion, there's no fuel for it to burn. It's just a deep impact. Just mortar, steel, wood just flies everywhere. Dust and a giant dirt cloud explodes out of the back of the mill. You just see all this happening before you. The townspeople kind of freak out. They ring the bells of alarm and they go out to make sure everybody's okay and just try to figure out what just happened. What do you find people do?
The escape pod went which direction?
Went northwest.
Northwest. And which direction from where we are is this small town?
The small town is within a 10-minute walk north of you.
Ooh, it's kind of on the way.
It's kind of on the way.
Let's group huddle.
Sergio is kind of like looking all ashamed, and he's like, "You don't want to group huddle with me right now."
All right. Anyway, so Poe huddle. We got to come up with a story. I believe that we are traveling to that castle. We are travelers, and we saw this thing come out of the sky and rushed over to see if we could help as adventurers. Sound like a great idea?
I say we go get our money and then beat the crap out of the guy who did this.
Let's see if this town has horses so we can get to where that person escaped more quickly.
Sergio needs to find a place where they sell underwear.
Hey, time is of the essence. Old man telling you whippersnappers to get a move on. What has this world come to? And I hop and skip and head to town as fast as I can.
How fast do you move?
I'm not trying to like roll exhaust points.
No, it's like how fast is your movement speed being a monk?
My movement speed is 45, and then
yeah, you're a spry old man. Yep.
Yeah, so 45, I guess, is like non-exhausting speed.
Yep. Okay. So Poe heads out in front to head towards the town. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I guess we're following, because we do have to head in that general direction. But I am lighting up a cigarette.
Do we still have the compass?
I don't have my drinks.
Who has the compass?
Can we check the compass and see if the dials that we weren't sure what they were doing, if they're doing anything?
Good idea.
Well, Poe ran off ahead of you, so do you call him back?
Yeah, I'll use thaumaturgy, raise my voice, and like, Poe, get back here.
Get back here. And I'm assuming you mentioned the compass idea. Like, get back here, compass. Because if you just say get back here. But yeah, at the sound of the compass idea, oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And he dashes back. And he looks at the compass with everyone.
You open up the compass, and you see the one thing pointing north. One is pointing south, and then one is pointing towards the northwest now.
Was it northwest or northeast that the escape pod went?
It was northwest.
Okay.
Yeah, northwest, I believe.
All right, let's head north. And
That's a
go to the
neat
town
compass.
first, and then we'll head.
What's that,
Do you
guys?
want it?
It looks like it's broken. You should get a gnomish compass.
Do you have one on you?
No. I've been underground for 5
Then don't bring it up. All right, they're very sassy in Golden Girls, so my inspiration is making me equally sassy.
Cool. All right. So you guys head north to the small town of Ashfallen. The people around there, they're very curious about the crash that's happening. So most of the town is out there. You do see some shops. Everybody's just kind of looking out towards the direction of the crash, just rubbernecking it, be like, oh, what's going on? What's happening? Some people take notice of you. It's like, did you see that? Did you see that?
Are we on agreeing? So we're going to execute our cover story? That we're
Yeah.
just a couple of adventures. All right. Yeah, we tell them that story and I guess show our concern, offer to help.
Is there any?
So. we tell them that. It's like, just play it out.
Is there a church in town?
Yeah, there's a church.
Church to whom's?
Erewhon, the goddess of fertility.
Cool. So what is the plan again?
So Beep is just making a beeline for the crash site. And he's calling out, Boop! Where are you, Boop?
You hit the fields of wheat and grain. You see this giant crater where the ship had actually hit the ground, dug a giant furrow through it, and hit the grain, and then it just exploded with mortar, wood, and steel. A crowd of townsfolk are gathered around it, just looking on with it, and you just have this giant warforged just shoving people out of the way.
I just realized this is going to blow our story.
A little bit.
Clearly we were in the shit. Oh, damn it.
We could just not explain ourselves and just be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sounds good. We bluff them out.
All right.
All right, none of us know Beep. Got it.
I'm just like digging through the
Sketchy.
wreckage, picking up all the cogs and springs and parts I can find.
Yeah, you see a small crumpled steel head, a leg here or two. Boop is gone. Boop has gone to the big clockwork in the sky.
Should hold a
Aww.
funeral for him.
It's
Yes.
fine, guys. We
He
could
didn't
remake him. We have the
a
technology.
long life.
We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger, faster.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey, even though it was a short one.
All right. How do the townsfolk start reacting to Beep, like discovering his robot friend?
So like a lot of them are standing just there in shock, just seeing this massive warforge, push his way, putting through the records. Like it takes them a while to react to it. It's just really hard for them to process what's going on. So Beep is just like digging through it, just going, Boop, Boop, where are you? And
Sornar is gonna when he finds the head and body parts and stuff, is gonna pray that it goes on to the big cogwheel in the sky
how do you pray?
with my holy symbol. Like, what do you mean? Like I stand over it and give it like last rites.
Okay. Poe, Muriel, what are you two doing in this whole thing?
Like I said, I'm seeing how the crowd's reacting to this. Hostile. Like, I want to read the room.
Okay. Make me an insight check.
That's a big old 12.
As you're looking around, most people are in shock. A few people are very angry. You just destroyed one of their grain mills. It's going to hurt their food processing. Some of the townsfolk start to approach Boop carrying scythes and sickles, and they're just,
Poe's
"Is
gonna
this- did you do
intercept
this?
them.
Okay.
Approaching Beep or Poop?
Well, Beep's holding Boop.
Okay,
Muriel wants to activate bad reputation as a pirate.
Okay.
No matter where you go, people are afraid of you due to your reputation. When you're in a civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offenses such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern or breaking down doors at a local shop, since most people will not report your activity to the authorities. Since people are afraid of me due to my reputation as Muriel the Ghost Amakir, if I walk over to Beep and I can sort of set my hand on his shoulder while he's digging through the rubble, and then sort of give the stink eye to the crowd as I try to get closer. Can I try to do something like that?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead, roll me an intimidation. Let's see how well this works.
There we go. The -3. This is gonna be great.
You got
That's a
this.
mi-
Oh no!
that is a -1. I didn't even know that was possible,
She
but
just starts pulling out her knife and just starts threatening families.
not quite. But I don't think it's gonna go the way I think it's gonna go.
I don't think
my
threaten a teddy bear -1.
Start pinching people's cheeks like an old lady.
No, I just light up a cigarette and I growl and somebody growls back, and I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's like, everybody knows me. I'm the ghost. And they're like, we've never heard of you. It's like, and you're like, and like, it dawns on you that being the ghost, like, that's kind of the point, is no one's supposed to actually know who you are. So
That is true.
like, they just see some old lady just walk up, like, light a cigarette and just start glaring at people, and they're like, who's this old biddy? We don't know who that is.
Yeah. Well, Beep, I tried. It was a -1 try, but it was an attempt.
But you have heard of me. You're the worst pirate I've ever heard of. But you have heard of me.
Basically.
But they have not even heard of you. They're like,
But I do intercept the guards coming.
okay, there's no guards
Or
coming.
the-
It's just
whoever-
angry farmers.
Yeah, the group of angry farmers, I suppose.
Okay,
that
and
are
they
approaching.
walk up towards you. It's like, stand aside, old man. We have words with this mechanical man.
That's no way to talk to a lady.
I'm gonna stand,
And I
stand
point at
between.
Muriel.
They stop for a shock. They're like,
Please,
you're a lady? Wait, what?
please, we can help you repay it. Don't worry. We're
I'm
here
gonna-
to help.
I'm gonna stand between the people and Beep and Boop.
Like, we're,
I'm as close to these farmers as I can get. Like,
Yeah, well,
I'm able to old
I'm-
man like put my hand on their shoulder. I'll old man put the hand on the shoulder.
old man put the handle. Sergio, what are you doing in this whole thing?
I am trying to calm the people, using my high charisma, if you will. It's all right. There's nothing to see here. We're just here to make sure that no one was hurt.
All right, roll a persuasion check.
I rolled an 11.
They look at you. It's like, an authority figure. They point at you, Sergio. Arrest the Warforged. He's to blame for this. He crashed his ship into our thing and blew it up. I saw him with my own eyes.
Yes, right away. You unhand that wreckage. And I go over to him and I grab him by the arm and I'm like, just play along.
If Warforged could cry, Beep would be crying right now.
Little pools of oil leaking.
The screen that is his face just makes the sad face emoticon.
I'll go ahead and take these parts of Boop that I found and tuck them into my pack, and then I'll allow myself to be, air quotes, apprehended.
Okay. So Sergio, he leads you all back to town. The townsfolk are kind of just like shaking their heads and they start to walk away. A couple of the farmers they're just clenching their weapons just in frustration of like what has just happened.
The angry farmers. I'm gonna play along. That's a great idea of arresting them. I'm gonna act like a adversary or whatever, and I'll be like, "Look, the court apologizes for its mistake. Here you go." And gives him, how much gold do I have left? Oh God!
After Muriel's
I have-
stolen it all.
Yeah, I got 90 left. I'm gonna give them.
At this point, you owe money.
I'm gonna guess like
I'm gonna guess 80 gold's gonna be fine.
Okay. You open your purse and you have that thought. It's like, I thought there was more.
Yeah, I was totally ready to give them a lot more, but yeah, no, I'm gonna give these farmers like 80 gold split between them, and hopefully that appeases the crowd. They can buy a new silo. The peasants.
Thank you. We meant no trouble. As we were worried about our stocks. This is more than enough. Thank you. Thank you, my lord. Thank you.
Of course. And here, take
That's
one of
perfect.
these, and I give him a butterfly.
Oh, we will treasure this. Thank you so much.
It's no problem.
I'm gonna lead Beep through the crowd, and I'm just gonna start yelling, "Make way! Make way!" You have his damn court."
Poe, do me a favor. Roll me a carpentry check. I want to see how well crafted your butterflies are.
Woodworking, +8. 25.
Just a master crafted piece you have there.
Yeah, I took this one out of ebony pine. Very tough material. But yeah, with that, I'll head back with the group following Beep and Sorinar.
We were looking for horses, right?
Yep. So this happened in the wheat field. As you guys head back to town, you see a man dressed in very fine leathers, where everybody else is kind of just like in like shirts, pants. He seems to be a little bit more formally dressed for the occasion. He kind of waves you over. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Well met.
Yes, I saw the airship crash. Are you survivors?
We had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. I could have sworn I saw you float down and out in the meadow.
Yes, we are survivors.
Oh, okay. Very nice indeed.
What do you want?
Oh, just wanted to welcome you to Ashfallen. It's a quaint town. I'm kind of the mayor in these parts, and just wanted to send you out a warm, friendly, just to let you know that not everybody in this town is like that. They're just a little on edge as of late. So, is there anything I can do? Help you guys get back on your way? Where are you heading to? Where was your trip?
I'm
Where was
very
your flight?
suspicious of this guy. He
Okay.
seemed pretty nice for us just destroying like property.
I need a
I'm
horse.
gonna do an insight check on him.
Okay.
All right, I rolled a 16. Does he seem a little like off edge? Kind of like what was his name from Avatar: Last Airbender when they went to Bossing Say? Jun Lee. Am I getting
Zuko.
Jun Lee?
Julie. Yeah.
Yeah, Jun Lee.
It seems like while you're feeling him out, he's trying to feel you out. You know the expression like, you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. He's just trying to be like approachable, like you don't cause any trouble. He's trying to accommodate to figure out why you're here and what you're trying to do.
We are looking for mounts. Is that something you can facilitate?
Yes. Is there a place that you're heading to?
Our ship was
Northwest.
sabotaged, and we must find who did it.
Oh, do you have any leads? Is there something that I can do to help?
I do not have a lead.
Food and horses. Fastest ones you got.
We
I
know
see.
where we're going, so just give us the horses.
Sure. Where is it about that you're heading?
We don't need to tell you.
Of course not. I just wanted to give a helping hand as best as possible. Food, yes. I'll take you to the tavern.
We don't have time for the tavern.
Oh, all right. Horses then. So the stables. Let's take you to the stables. You guys head to a stables. It's like Fenwick. These fine people would like to peruse some of your horses, so they can go out their way to where there is they're going. Which is what did you say it was again?
None of your business.
I had never heard of that land before.
We
No.
don't
Good.
have
A destination. We have an objective.
We're heading north to Penn Island.
Never heard of that either. Fenwick, he's kind of a big elderly man. He walks over to you guys and he's like, "Oh, I get it now. God damn it, people."
Wait, did I actually fool you with that one?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh God.
That means the mayor's totally writing that down in like Leeds. Penn Island. He's gonna bring it up at a board meeting. All right, so what's the status of these horses? What's the breed?
So you head to the stables. He introduces you to a gentleman named Fenwick. Fenwick is an elderly gentleman, whereas Poe is kind of like, balding. This man looks more like the Marlboro Man.
So Sam Elliott.
Yeah, in the movie he'll be played by
Did it get hot in here or what?
Muriel rolls her eyes at that and lights up another cigarette.
It's like
Poe looks left and right to both of them, I'm assuming smoking cigarettes. And he's
Yeah,
just dizzy.
yeah,
he's just dizzy with beauty in life.
yeah. What can I do you for?
Horse.
All right. You like to purchase some horses?
Yes.
What kind of horses are you looking for? Are you looking for riding horses? You looking for plowing horses?
Riding horse for me.
All right.
Clydesdales.
Clydesdales.
Those are clown
So-
horses.
Those are some big horses.
I'm a big person.
I see.
Oh, horses of horse, of course.
So what you looking at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 horses.
5 riding horses, yeah.
All right.
I would like a draft horse.
Do you have the gold for all this?
Poe looks at
I
his
do.
10 gold in his pocket.
Muriel says, "What's the total?"
350 gold. Get you the horses you need.
All right. Muriel looks annoyed, but she looks at Poe. Okay, but you owe me the money for your horse, and she pays the 350 gold.
Oh, thank you so much.
Actually,
Of course I'll pay you back.
I was going to offer to pay for Beep's horse and my own
Okay.
Gonna pay
Look at all
for
the
my
dinner
own.
hospital.
as like a condolence for your loss.
Thank you, Sornar. I appreciate that.
All this budding romance. I mean, friendship. Just friendship.
Guys, am I still like handcuffed?
I never handcuffed you. I just led you by the
Okay.
arm away.
Okay, gotcha.
But now that I think about it,
You're handcuffed, but they're fuzzy.
Right. Oh my
Ooh,
god.
I didn't want to bring up Brokeback Mountain. Like,
I don't know why Sergio has those, and I don't want to know.
officer of the law.
I have the long
all right.
arm of the law.
So is this going to be just for the horses, or do we need to buy saddles and bits and?
It's
all
just
that?
it's for everything.
Okay.
He tells you to come back in a few hours, the horses be ready by then.
Hours? Oh, God, fine.
When was the last time we had a decent meal? Because we could actually do to eat something.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
So let's go to the local tavern.
So the tavern's name is the Melting Mushroom. As you it's a fondue place. As you head in, each table kind of has like a melting pot, so you can like melt cheeses or just burn oil, locally sourced vegetables, farm to table kind of stuff.
Oh, my God.
I know, right?
Oh, I didn't know we just walked into a 5-star restaurant.
I thought we
This
were
is-
in like a farm town. What's happening here? Where did
love
all this
it.
luxury come from?
Oh, my
This
God,
is
this
far
is
too
good.
classy.
Should have saved our money for the tavern.
Oh my God, I feel like we are standing so out of place right now. I can just see us like in the center of this restaurant.
It's
As soon
not
as we
like
walk in, it all just stops moving. All
We're all
noise
covered in
cancels.
dirt, like we haven't showered. It's gross.
it's not as fancy as you all are making it out to be. It's just a fondue place.
Yeah.
It is rare stateside, but like everywhere else, it's not as like ooh as you're all making it out to be.
Yeah, well, how often are we like, hey, do you guys want to go to the fondue place up the street? Never do we say that.
I'm guessing the mayor suggested it. It must be like
Yeah.
he must pull in people.
Yeah, it's his favorite tavern. It's his favorite place to eat.
They put all their money into this thing. I love it. All right,
Right.
let's sit down.
Tourist trap.
Even though I still only have 10 gold, let's hope this works out well.
I'm going to order fish fondue.
Right. You order fish fondue. They don't have fish fondue.
What do they have?
They don't have any fish.
No,
I'll
they
take
don't
their
have fish here.
mushroom sampler.
They have that. They have chicken, pork, beef, that kind of stuff. They don't have fish.
I'm assuming
Just-
like deer. We're in the woods, right?
Venison. Yeah, venison.
Well, I'm a noble, so I have to abide by noble mentality. So I'm gonna have to ask what's their finest dishes.
He kind of like stops for a second. It's like, we have a large assortment of fresh vegetables. We have a large assortment of meats. I mean, if you're looking for our finest dish, it's probably the steak.
Yes, I will have the steak and bring a pitcher of wine for me and my companions.
Very good. Yes, we'll do that, of course. As you guys get your food, you dip it into the pots. What are y'all doing? You've been through some harrowing
It's a
stuff.
wonderful bonding moment. I'll tell a funny story and listen to some other funny stories.
Actually,
Let's talk about the fact that Muriel ran away from me with the freaking pack when we were on a falling plane so she could give it to the old man that she's been robbing the whole time.
You guys- you
That
DM,
was
can I have
funny.
the floor for a second?
What's up, Sornar?
So I kind of figured out just through process of elimination, out of character, that the guy that gave us the crushing things is the only guy who could have killed the captain, took the thing, and bailed out without us noticing.
Okay.
Would Sorinar know that, or do you want me to roll an investigation to know if he would know that?
I mean, if you can figure it out, I mean, you're fine.
All right.
I don't have a problem with you knowing that.
Okay, so I am going to tell the party that he must be the one who did this. We must find him.
Find him, kill him, hang him from the yardarm, and get our money.
It's always about the money with you, Muriel.
Yeah.
Strong and true. I always loved it. I'm gonna try and lift up the spirits of the table again after that serious and truthful message.
All right.
Here it goes. I tap my cigarette ashes on the table like a class act and light up a new cigarette.
I'm gonna ask the other people in the tavern if they have seen anyone who fits the description of the guy passing through town.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
That's going to be a critical 27.
All right. So Sorinar, you get up to go talk to the other patrons of the melting mushroom. You talk to them. You describe Vilmar. They say that they have not seen someone of that description recently, but they have seen him going into town and coming back out for the last few months. They haven't seen him in probably, they would say, 3 to 4 weeks.
What would he come into town for?
He would always come to town, looking for supplies, rope, digging implements. He would always have a large company with him.
Wait. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, the guy we're looking after was clearly doing digging here, probably by that castle and in the area we were just at. And I'm assuming he needs the thing we found in that castle, the sword, for something in that castle over there, because he's been working on this for a while and he's finally enacting his final evil plan. And yeah, classic stuff,
He didn't pay us though. And if there's no pay, if he had paid us, I wouldn't have cared. Drop us from the sky. Alright, I get it. But you don't pay me the cash? Well,
I never understood that. Just pay us.
I know. Rip-offs.
So, Beep, what are you doing? You don't really eat, so what are you up to at the moment?
Yeah, so Beep, having been underground for so long, he doesn't really remember the taste of food, so he's really trying. He's throwing it in his mouth, and he's chewing, and it's just kind of falling out of his mouth because it has nowhere to go. But he's trying to get a taste of this fondue, and he's just kind of nodding to the rest of the party, kind of following the conversation. He doesn't know about this other person that they're talking about, or really what's going on.
Okay.
I'll fill Beep up with everything if he wants me to.
Go ahead, tell us.
Catch up of.
Tell a story. Tell a story, Poe.
We were hired by this man to find an axe that could cut through anything, and we jumped out of a plane. It was super cool. And we went through a dungeon, ran into some slimes, ran into some other stuff, realized we're all true friends, and found you, and, well, you know the rest.
So,
wow, that's the farthest back I could remember, and I don't remember when.
Friends? Did you call me a friend?
No.
Yes.
Awesome. I don't have many friends. Can I come with you guys?
Poe eagerly looks around the table and points at this robot with cheese just hanging from his metal parts.
What?
I'm assuming he's looking for us to be like, oh yeah, robot, join us. But I still have that whole revenge thing stuck in my head.
I know, and that's why I keep pushing you. Sooner or later, you'll crack.
I mean, he did save us, so...
Also, Muriel just wants to get paid and get her alimony from Poe, so...
You can join us if you drop the whole revenge thing. We have new people to have revenge on.
That makes sense.
There you go.
I can temporarily drop this revenge thing, as you put it.
Consider it dropped, and I drop a mushroom into the fondue.
And I'll fish it out and put it in my mouth.
Gross. Okay.
The thing that's making me laugh is that it's just a robot just taking heated cheese and shoving it in its mouth hole.
And just the crevices in his jaws are just dripping.
That's gonna be fun to clean out later.
Roll for intimidation.
Oh, that's so gross.
So I was thinking about like what we could do to find this guy, and I was thinking like once we get a lead on him and we feel like we're close, I do have a spell that we could use to find it. I mean, we've all seen the axe up close and personal. I could do locate object on it.
Excellent.
I think that might be a good course of action. You know, once we figure out where he is and catch him, and if he doesn't have the axe, you know, we can make him tell us possibly.
Huzzah!
We still have the axe, correct? Or no, we gave that. We turned that in.
Yeah,
We turned it into Vilmar.
Yeah. So he has the axe. He has the engine crystal. Are our horses ready yet?
Hey, ready? So you guys head back out to go to the stables?
Would that be considered? Because how long did it take? 8 hours? Would that have been considered a long, healthy rest of eating and?
You were there for like an hour. Do you need an 8-hour rest?
No,
Are you sure? You sound like you do.
no, I'm perfectly fine. I was just trying to get some spells back to some spellcasters, but I think
What
we're fine.
time
So
of
over it.
what time of day is it at this point?
You guys crashed about mid-morning, and so this is probably like going into the afternoon.
Okay. I was thinking that if it was later, we could sleep on it, but if we're kind of in a hurry because we don't know what he's going to do with the axe, or actually Mira just wants the money, but she wants to catch the guy before he gets too far, so would a short rest get back some spell slots for you guys, or do you need the full 8 hours in order to get them back?
I have not used any spells.
I think when we take a short
I think it was just I think only like Featherfall was casted twice, so I think it was just a small concern. It wasn't a major like consideration. Sorry, I didn't mean to worry everyone for spell slots.
No, you're fine. I was just trying to figure out like how late is it, that sort of thing. Is there anything else that we need in town before we get the horses?
Rations,
Do we have to buy the
climbers
gear?
kit, thievery tools, classic adventuring stuff.
Do we have to buy the gear for the horses?
No, I asked that already.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys heading back to the horses, or is there anything else that you need to pick up? So things that you can do in town, you can shop, you can buy supplies, you can maybe find a wizard to try to get in contact with Lord Osborne to see if he knows any information about what's going on. He was the one that did hire you. Vilmar was your point of contact.
Yes.
Or you can go around the area and try to get more information about things like the castle or the keep, things like that. So there are things that you can do while you're in town.
I mean, more info the better.
If you guys want to split that way, me and Beep and Muriel, do you guys want to go shopping? I don't think Beep's ever gone shopping.
Well,
Makeover.
It's a perfect day. Nothing
Muriel-
standing in my way.
Muriel might engage in some shoplifting, but sounds good to me.
What say you, Beep?
Yeah, let's go shopping. I love shopping.
Fantastic.
All right. I would like Sorenar needs a pearl and some diamond dust.
Okay. Those things are pretty rare in a small town like this. But if you do go to a magic shop, you can probably find something like that.
I'm assuming the magic shop person would also be someone who we can communicate with Lord Osborne through as well.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Is that something that you want to do?
That is what Sorenar is going to want to do, and he's going to ask the party if they can come with in case they have any questions to ask.
Oh, I thought we were in a rush, which is why we split. I trust you, man. You got this.
Well, the
got
issue
this.
is that we're in a rush, but we don't have a destination. We don't know where this guy went.
We do.
Well, we know he went northwest, and we know he landed near a tower. So
Okay.
yeah.
we just need the horses at this point, I think.
I still would like to talk to Lord Osborne and find out if this was Lord Osborne's doing or if this was this guy's doing.
If this was Lord
Yeah,
Osborne, if this was Vilmar's, if
Correct.
Vilmar was working by himself.
Correct.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I'm just scrolling through like items. We don't really have to have a scene if you want to do his talking with Osborne.
Is Sergio going with you, or is he going with the rest of the group?
I am going to suggest that the group come with me, but it's a free Eberron.
I'll go with you.
All right.
All right. So Sorenar and Sergio head over to the magic shop. It's a very quaint shop. It is called the Broken Quill. As you enter, you see magic scrolls along the shelves. You see just common items like bat droppings, blades of grass, things that would be required for a spell, crystal balls, things of that nature. As you head in, there seems to be a silver-haired elf. He looks upon you, sees you walking in with your circlet above your head, and then he sees Sorinar walk in with his massive armor on. He's like, "Hello, can I help you?"
Yes, I'm needing a few items for a spell, and I was wondering if I'm also looking to send out a call to how much would this cost me?
For the components or for the call?
For all of it.
Aha. Well, it really depends on how many pearls you're looking for. Who are we calling?
I should be fine with just one pearl. And do you have diamond dust as well?
Of course, we have diamond dust. What kind of shop do you think I run?
I just need like 3 pinches. And I need to make a call to a lord.
Do you know which lord?
Lord Osborne.
Of House...
House Cannith is divided into three parts.
So you're looking to call this lord of House Cannith. Yes, just make sure that you have a clear picture and place your hand upon the crystal ball here, and you should be able to reach him. So it'd be 30 gold for the call, 100 gold for the pearl, and then 25 gold for the amount of diamond dust you're looking for.
But I wanted three pinches, so 75.
Ah, so. I see. So 3 pinches, 75 gold. Is that going to be okay? Is that going to be a problem?
Problem there.
So you pass over 205 gold. He places the crystal ball in front of you. You can do the call out here, or if you can go into the back room if you require privacy. And he kind of looks over to Sergio. It's up to you.
No disrespect. This is your house. But I think we're gonna go to the back. This call.
Understandable. This way, please. And he'll lead you to a back room. He will invite you to pick up the crystal, pick up the orb. He'll lead you to a back room. It does have a couple chairs. It's not a very comfortable room. It's just almost like a small closet. So you being a towering Goliath and Sergio wearing, the amount of armor that he is, it's kind of like you're kind of like squishing in, and the elf will close the door and lock it behind you.
This is like some dwarf caves in here.
Yeah, not a fan.
Well, I mean, you're not a fan of heights. You're not a fan of small space.
At this point, we figure out that Sergio has claustrophobia as well.
He's agoraphobic, afraid of spiders.
Stop making fun of my expense.
Anyway, so I make my call to Lord Oz.
Okay. As you focus on the image of Lord Osborne. After a minute or so, you don't get a really good reception. It starts to come in kind of fuzzy, and in your mind's eye, you can see his face. He dresses very nicely. He has a head of salt and pepper hair. He looks like he has not worked a day in his life. He has a very soft face, and he kind of pops in. He goes, "Hello? Hello?
Hello, Lord. This is your humble servant, Sorinar."
Oh! Sorinar, you're breaking up. I can barely hear you. Yes, I got word from Vilmar. I'm sorry about the cave-in. I did send that mining equipment out to you guys. It should be there soon. Well, Vilmar said we had to track it through a small town because he doesn't want anybody to take notice of it. So don't worry. We will be digging you out soon.
Vilmar is a liar. We are in town, and he has betrayed us.
Vilmar? Yes, Vilmar is on the way.
Vilmar is bad.
He's had? What has he had? Sorinar, you're breaking up. I can barely hear you.
Treachery.
Treachery. He's had treachery? Has someone betrayed Vilmar?
I'm still like just kind of yelling into this thing. Vilmar betrayed us. I'm realizing that this is a fruitless effort.
Vilmar betrayed you?
Yes.
I don't understand. You guys are in a cave-in.
No, we're in Ashfallen.
Yes, that's where I sent the mining equipment for Vilmar so he can go dig you out. He's going to pick that up soon.
That's where we are.
Yes, that's where the mining equipment is heading towards.
We are not in the mine.
Where are you?
Ashfallen.
Oh, then you don't need the mining equipment.
Correct.
Oh, well, that's a relief. When are you coming back with the axe? I can't wait to see it.
Vilmar stole it.
What?
Vilmar stole it.
That doesn't sound right. I'll call Vilmar and ask him. Okay. Bye-bye, Sorinar. It was nice talking with you. And it kind of cuts out.
What's fun is I've had this exact conversation with many supervisors.
Cool. Now he knows we're on our way.
And good. Not every attack needs to be a stealth attack. Sometimes you just need to walk up to someone and punch them in the face.
Yep. Sometimes it's about sending a message.
Fair.
While this call is going on, Beep, Muriel, and Bo, what are you guys shopping for?
Free stuff, because I might be slipping a couple things into my purse while these guys distract the shopkeepers with their antics.
I
So
beg
what are the
Muriel
antics?
for 75 gold.
Sure.
Yes.
I'll give him some spending money.
Thank you.
That's
So-
more money he owes me.
Shit.
All right, so Poe, you have 75 gold. Beep, what are you up to? You are shopping for the first time in centuries.
Yeah, so Beep is looking for a magnificent bright red cloak that he could wear.
You can head to the tailor's and you can pick one up.
Great! How much is this red cloak? This one looks amazing.
You have very good taste, sir. This cloak is made from the finest fabrics and with the reddest of dyes. 7 gold, and it's all yours. It is at a steal. You would have to decide pretty soon.
7 gold, that's pretty steep. I'll go ahead and nod to Muriel knowingly as I negotiate with this. 5 gold!
All right.
That's the best I
All
can
right.
do.
So while this is happening, is this the only red cloak in the store, or is there another one just like it?
There are several in the store.
All right. I want to find one that's like it
Okay.
and steal it, because I'm gonna get him an actual steal.
So roll me a sleight of hand, please.
This should be fun. 25.
As Beep is haggling, you grab it and just slip it right into your bag. He's like, sir, 5 gold, it would put me out of business.
I almost look at Beep from behind I assume that the salesperson is facing Beep, and I'm also facing Beep, and Beep can see me over the salesperson's shoulder. So I wave slightly and sort of like mouth, anything else you want to pick up?
Maybe I've changed my mind. Do you have a fine silken shirt?
Oh, yes, we have many fine silken shirts. Do you have a particular color?
Red. Always red.
Always red. Oh, well, you are in luck. He'll go over to a shelf and he's like, this is one of a kind. Very fine indeed. 20 gold, and it's all yours.
All right. He's saying it's one of a kind. Is there one exactly like it nearby?
Perception.
Okay, perception. That's going to be a 14.
14. You do see a very similar shirt a couple rows down.
All right, I go over to it and I want to sleight of hand it.
Okay.
That's going to be another 14.
Ooh.
Here we go. This might get dicey, boys.
Sir, that's way too expensive. The best I can do is 4 gold. It's just a shirt.
Insult me. This, sir, is made from the finest silks in all of Breland.
All right,
Right,
you know
with-
what? I've been
The
offended.
nobility would climb the trees to have a shirt as fine as this.
All right, I mouth again because you got a 7 and I got a 14, so I'm still in the clear. I look at Beep and say, any sort of mouth, anything else?
There is one last thing. There's the matter of the pants.
Red.
Of course.
So you do not want the shirt, I see.
No, pants are far more important.
Very well, very well. He goes over to a rack. He goes, we have these red leather pants here.
Red
They're
and
true.
leather. Just exactly what I was looking for.
They're 2 gold.
I'll go ahead and wave Muriel off. I will gladly pay 2 gold for this.
Thank you for your business, sir. He seems a little exhausted.
All right, at this point, I'm going to just slip out of the store and wait. I'm going to wait outside for him to come out.
All right.
As I exit the store, I'll thank the clerk and I'll give Muriel a little fist bump.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you up to?
I'm just buying some stuff. Let's see, we got climber's kit, 100 feet of rope. Also, I actually want to ask Beep. Beep, my old bones can't carry these heavy things. Will you carry them for me?
Gladly. It would be my pleasure.
Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm totally going to have him carry that grappling hook, climber's kit, 100 feet of rope, and I asked Muriel, does she have thieving tools?
Yeah.
Assuming so, or
Absolutely. Yeah. So what?
Fantastic. Then I don't need to spend an extra 16 gold. That's Poe's shopping day. Wow, those pants look amazing, Beep.
Oh,
And that
I know.
red shirt and red cloak. My word.
I'm quite a dashing figure.
I got him the 5-finger discount.
So how much did it end up being then?
2 gold.
Wow, I gotta try this 5-finger discount. Sounds like a steal.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Literally.
Wow.
Da da da.
All right, cross wipe to us meeting at the
Stables.
stables. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Can I still talk to the shop guy?
Sure, Sergio.
I want to ask him if he has any items for sale that could be helpful for a man in my profession.
And what is your profession?
I'm a lawman.
A nice pair of shackles, maybe?
I already have those, sir.
Oh, the fuzzy ones sticking out of your bag. I see.
Yes. They come very handy and they make the perps uncomfortable.
I understand. What are you looking for exactly? Maybe if you tell me what you're looking for, I'll be able to help you a little bit better.
Well, I could use a new pair of gauntlets if you have any.
A new pair of gauntlets.
Yes.
What would you like these gauntlets to do?
Something to make me stronger, perhaps?
Ah, I see. A pair of gauntlets of ogre strength is what you're looking for then, correct?
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Oh, you're just in luck. I do have a pair. He'll go over to a box. It came in a couple of weeks ago. I had it on order, but the person that ordered it is no longer needing it, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, his loss, my gain and all. How much would you like them for?
If you complete his order, I will be more than happy to depart with them. It's 500 gold for the gauntlets.
500 gold.
Yes.
Surely we can come to some arrangement. I mean, as you can see, I'm a public servant. I'm not a rich man. Is there something I can do for you in return?
Fortunately not right now.
Oh, then, yeah, I don't see the harm in go ahead and getting the gauntlets.
All right. You hand over 500 gold and he will hand over the gauntlets. He goes, be mindful that these gauntlets will not work unless you attune to them. Do you know how to attune to a magical item?
No, actually I do not.
You must meditate upon the gauntlets until you and the gauntlets become one. It may take some time, but I'm sure you'll figure it out.
And how much time?
Until it happens.
Alrighty.
Takes about an hour.
Okay. I can do that when we ride, and no problem.
Okay. Beep, are you back?
I'm here. Yeah.
It's gauntlets of ogre power.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I actually wanted to talk to Beep real quick before we left. Beep, ask a favor of you. A loan, perhaps. Could you spare? I don't know where all my money went, but I'm sure we'll find mass treasures, and I'm sure I have a bank account somewhere. But can I borrow 200 gold?
So Beep kind of pauses, not moving, calculating. Yes, 200 gold is excellent. You owe me 200 gold. And he'll throw you a pouch. 200 gold.
A receipt just like prints out.
Poor Poe. He owes
I'm
like...
in so much debt. My
He owes
third
me-
character with debt.
He owes me 250. He owes Pip 200.
He'll pay you back in 3 sessions.
Not if I get to his money first.
Well, Poe's gonna go to a seedy part of town where the ruffians hang, and I'll message the DM from here on out. The party will know what Poe buys in just a moment.
Okay. Ooh, I'm so curious.
Do I find such a thing? Oh, masterful DM.
Roll me investigation.
Damn it. All right. I'm gonna use the lucky feat, and let's go with a 13.
Poe got lost again.
Yeah, I did.
Where is Muriel? Why isn't she?
All right, I rolled a 13. Am I able to find it?
Yeah, you're able to find it.
Fantastic. Okay, so then
Our list.
I'll continue when we get back to the state. Are we all at the stables?
Comment below. What do you think Poe bought?
Yeah, really.
Is it whiskey?
For 200 gold?
Fancy
That's
whiskey.
some fine whiskey.
As you all head to the stables, you gather around. Fenwick will come out leading a trail of 5 horses. So he has 2 large Clydesdales, one for Sorinar and one for Beep. 3 riding horses for the rest of you. As you all start to pack up and mount up, like snow starts to fall from the sky, but as it hits your hand, it doesn't dissolve, and it's not white, it's actually gray and black.
Like ash?
Like ash. Fenwick looks up to the sky, like, I have not seen that in 50 years.
What does it mean?
That's not good. And we will find out next week. Thank you all for listening. This has been Sunday Nights Breaking the Chain Part 4. Tune in next week as our heroes hunt down Vilmar and retrieve the axe. Beep, if you will.
Minstrels, play us out.